played Angry Birds Epic before, you may know about this specific character, Sword Spirit, which is basically just sort of a mini boss you have to fight in order for it to unlock the sword to get to the Mighty Eagle Dojo thing and Angry Birds Epic. Now, as innocent as Sword Spirit might be, there are several questions about him, which I'm pretty sure you've been asking yourself quite a lot. But there is one thing I have been wondering about the Sword Spirit himself, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So today I'm going to be talking about a theory that I have about the legendary Sword Spirit. So let's begin, shall we? So this theory I had is if Sword Spirit is red, evil, like has something to do with red, like his evil brother or something like that. Now you might be thinking, how could Red and Sword Spirit have anything related? Well, for starters, they look the same. No, like seriously, they look the same. If you were to remove Sword Spirit's helmet, because that sort of covers most of Red, unlike most of his other classes, well then you can see what I basically mean. And also, if you can make yourself look like the Sword Spirit, if you have the Adventure class, which is unlocked by getting 490 stars on the game, and also using Dragon's Breath, which is a set weapon which you can collect from the Golden Pig Machine. Yeah, another thing is that him and Red have sort of the same attacks, kind of. So basically, Sword Spirit does have a regular attack, Angry Bird, which takes 3 turns to charge up. And Red also has a standard attack. I'm not sure if the charge up Angry Bird thing is basically just his Rage Chili, but if it is, then boom, similarity. But and also it isn't necessarily the same, but Sword Spirit does also have the shield thing that Avenger can have, except Avenger's thing is where the pigs have to target Red at the same time, which can be used for traps and stuff, like if we use the Blue's Rogue secondary ability and counter attack with Bombs Cannoneer or Piggiana Jones, and stuff like that. So yeah, you can basically see how Sword Spirit and Red have similarities, and a lot of them, I must say. The only thing that is different from these two birds is that basically, Sword Spirit is basically evil, and this is kind of where I sort of got my theory on that Sword Spirit could be Red's evil brother, the similarities. Now, we basically have no idea who Red's parents are. Actually, don't even know anything related to that in the Angry Birds franchise. Not even in the movie, we don't even know about that. I think it's in the beginning or something. We can just see that Red just hatches from an egg, but he has no parents and stuff. Yeah, but we have to pay attention that Sword Spirit is the only bird that exists in Bird Island. And no, I'm not going to count the arena. Get those out of there. Yeah, so Sword Spirit is the only bird character besides the legendary Night Eagle to be on Piggy Island. There is no different Chuck, Matilda, Bomb, Blues. You get the point. Sword Spirit is the only other bird character that exists in the entire game, aside from, the arena things. So, now basically, this is sort of bringing up my point on what exactly I meant. Honestly, there isn't really that much proof about it. So it could be something that maybe Sword Spirit was also a good guy, just like his I'm not sure lost long lost brother. But we also have absolutely no evidence about something else, like related to like the parenting and stuff. But yeah, but you know what I mean, I guess. So yeah, even though we don't have that much evidence, it could be possibly true. One thing that I imagine is that Sword Spirit is trying to turn away from the dark side and stuff, and trying to become a good guy again, even though he might be struggling with that. But but yeah, even though there isn't much evidence about my theory, it could be true that Sword Spirit is Red's evil brother, given what the evidence I basically just give, like similarities, only bird and Bird Island, aside from the flock, and also it might be eagle, um, and other stuff like that. So yeah, we might not have too much evidence, but it might actually be true. Sword Spirit could be Red's evil brother, and he's trying to turn from the light side, which could be why you have to fight him, because and also why you can possibly only bring one bird, and it's recommended that you use red in this battle. It doesn't say any rules about that, but it does say in the recommendation thing that you need Power Beam, and Power Beam is a red class. So that basically also gives up my points and stuff. So yeah, but who knows? Maybe it could be true, maybe it could not. So yeah, that about wraps up this video. So yeah, so yeah, I'll see you guys in another video, and peace.